Hey, what's going on, everybody? Movie fam here, and yeah, we got most of the gang from last week back, you know. Over here, we got the sweet one from the Corn Children.
What's
Natalie
up?
Myers. Of course, we got my girlfriend right here, Maya, the Fallen Angel. She's sporting some new makeup tonight. That's some creepy shit. I'm not gonna lie to you, that is just creepy as hell.
Sooner or later, that cross is just gonna.
You know what? I don't know how evil she can really get. She's actually a pretty sweet girl, so it looks like the cross may stay up. But I think she's around me long enough. Who knows? It may. Nice pajamas.
Pajamas?
Pajamas. Ninja Turtle pajamas.
Pajamas?
And then, of course, you guys all know my partner in
You
crime.
all know me.
Misery Black. So I want to thank from last. Do what?
If you forget me, I will haunt you.
Yeah, she will.
You don't forget me. You don't do that kind of thing.
She don't fuck around at all.
I really don't.
I want to thank my other guest from last week, Lady Gaga, for stopping by. So thank you, lady. So
oh yeah, she was here.
we got a whole new show this week, so let's go ahead and roll right through it now. We got two movies. Don't own a single one of them. Up first, we got the science fiction classic, The Day the Earth Stood Still. And then we got a new release, The Loved Ones. So, boom, that's what we'll be hitting tonight. So, we gotta say we get to it. Now, last week I asked the question, what was your top 3 favorite silent horror films? And, yeah, we got a lot of responses back, actually.
Okay.
First, Evil Begets Evil. Now, I ain't gonna lie, he kind of cheated a little bit in more ways than one. He hit me up with 2 instead of 3. All good. Now, one I have not heard of, and I'm not gonna lie, I won't be able to pronounce the name. I know what the name is. I read Lovecraft, like, you know, most horror fans. I cannot pronounce his name. I don't even know the correct pronunciation. The Call of the Cthulhu?
Wait, what is that?
Right here, boom. Cthulhu.
Tahulu?
Something.
Would the C be silent?
I have no idea. I've yet to see a movie with this in it, but yeah.
Oh, dang.
Look at this.
Look at that.
Wow. Misery knocking shit over here. Bless you. Yeah. As Misery's getting this cleaned up, I'll go ahead and continue. So, yeah, the Call of Cthulhu.
Look at that.
The Chihuahua. We'll call it the Chihuahua.
Chihuahua?
I
I didn't know they made movies about yapping dogs.
Oh my god. The Beverly Hills Chihuahua.
That doesn't exist.
1, 2, and 3.
There's 3 of them now? Holy
Nope.
shit. Are you good?
There's none of them.
I like the first one. I thought the first one was good. I'm a sucker for talking dogs, though. It's a bad movie. I'll grant you that. I still enjoy it. Anyways, but yeah, then his number one.
This up with.
Do what?
It's.
Alright. It's not going anywhere. And then his number one was this is live. This is how we prove this is live. We don't do retakes or reshoots. If Misery clumsily drops
I'm still eating it.
a cup of ice, she'll go with it. And then Evil Begets Evil number 1 was The Evil Dead with the volume down. You know what? I don't think most places would actually accept that. But you know what? Here at the Movie Fans Horror Review, we like to accept all types of answers. So if you didn't have 3 and you decided...
And all types of questions.
Yeah, you know, so boom,
all
there it is.
All types of anything, really.
There it is. So, yeah, that was Evil Begets Evil.
Evil what?
Evil Begets Evil.
Oh, okay.
And up next, we got W.T. Sky Dark. And he hit us up with 3 of them. And actually, we shared 2 of them, 2 of the 3. His number 3 was The Hands of Orlok, which I have not seen, but I've actually heard about it. Number 2 was I can't remember what number it was on my list. I think it was my number 2 also. Nosferatu. You know. Well, actually, it's my number 3 is what that was.
Yeah.
And then my number 2 is his number 1, which is The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. I'm probably butchering that name too, but F it. So, thank you guys. And then finally, 13 Wolfman hit me up. And dude, like, this dude dropped some knowledge. Like, he was giving me, like, the history of, like, silent films in general. Like, he literally threw it in there.
He is horror film.
He is. He really is. This guy knows his shit for sure. I mean, you can never
quit. About.
Yeah, I mean.
That's what he is.
He's the Wolfman. That's all there is to it.
13th.
13th.
Not the 2nd.
I don't know what happened to
7th.
1 through 12. I don't know what happened to them guys, but the 13th knows his shit. So,
yes.
He hit me up with at number 3, House of the Devil. Once again, I got that book. It's not out here right now. Let's put it up. 33 or 333. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, they have a whole section about like the origins of silent, horror. And of course, I read it in there, but I said, boom, look at that, Natalie Myers with the save. Yeah, it was over there. It's literally it's in here, read about, but once again, have not seen it. His number 2 was the Frankenstein, or sorry, not the Frankenstein. And it was actually, I think he said this was like the first one they filmed, and it was actually Edison who filmed it. I've actually seen, I got a documentary, which wasn't even my documentary section, I got my horror section, called 100 Years of Horror, and they actually showed clips of that. And dude, like, the makeup was pretty crazy. Doesn't look like your typical Frankenstein makeup at all. I mean, it's like, I don't know, it's haggard. It's crazy. And then his number one was The Hunchback of Notre Dame. And yes, I've seen clips of this too. And you're right, dude. Lon Chaney's makeup is just insane. It looks awesome. Also featured in, there's a whole Lon Chaney section on that one, 100 Years of Horror. So, but yeah, thank you, man. Definitely appreciate that. And he said some kind things about, the entire group. He's definitely our biggest friend out there. So we appreciate that. So
we love you.
So. Once again, now once again, my top 3, I always try to tie it into movies we're reviewing. Now, The Loved Ones was actually done in 2009, Australia. However, it was released here stateside 2012. So, of course, it's eligible for the Fan Awards. Anybody's going to put your votes in there. It's definitely eligible. So, my question...
If I actually did my homework, I would probably put that somewhere.
You probably would put it in there somewhere.
But I don't.
So, I decided, you know what? Top 3... horror films of 2012. That's going to be the question right here. Yeah, and the thing is, like, I know, like, a lot of people, I've been getting a lot of nominations in for the Fan Awards, so I'm sure a lot of people's suggestions or what they're going to say won't surprise me that much, because obviously they put their top 5, movie picks for the year. 3 of those was definitely going to be it. But still, I want to hear your top 3 horror films of 2012. Now, for me, personally, at number 3, it is The Loved Ones. It's damn good. I'll get to that here in a little bit. We review it. For me, number 2 was The Collection. I was just surprised. I have your friend, Ghostfacekid 101. We'll get to this later on, but anyways,
I didn't watch it.
He was all about he's about the collector and the collection. He's the one that kind of really hyped it up for me, and I was like, I definitely want to check it out. Went to the theaters, and yeah, loved it. Thought it was just great, just brilliant. And for me, the number 1 horror movie of last year was Sinister. I just thought that was fucking scary as shit. Loved it. So, no, wait, have you guys seen any horror movies this year? Not this year, 2012, sorry. So, yeah, Mama and whatever won't count. Yeah.
I don't even know. I've slept since then.
Paranorman, right? Not really a horror movie, but we'll let it go.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Seen that?
Yeah.
What about you, sweetie? Well, you watched Loved Ones.
Yeah.
Loved Ones? Yeah. What about you?
No.
Miss Myers, no? Nothing?
You see how we all like cornfields and we don't ever watch movies.
You guys don't get out of the cornfield much. You guys don't come over here to the freaking graveyard a lot. Notice that. Knocking over shit and everything. Ridiculous.
They don't even walk. They just like teleport back.
They do. It's weird. It's kind of pure out of nowhere. It's
1 minute we're there. 1 minute we're there.
So, once again, I want to hear you guys' top 3 horror movies of 2012. There are multiple ways to hit me up. All my Phantom friends over on Facebook.
Nope.
Boom. Drop it up over there.
No.
That comment right down below.
Okay, the comments are decent. Comments are decent.
There it is. Of course, personal messages. I accept those. Boom.
Everyone
and of course, moviefan7@gmail.com.
There is no Gmail.
Boom. Hit me up there.
And
then, of course, there is
video response.
Video responses.
Video response.
Video response.
Video response.
So, yeah. Once again, multiple ways to do it. So, boom. Now, once again, it's just been a crazy week for the Phantom. So, no news. I'm not gonna lie. I just haven't had a chance to check it out. Yeah, Phantom's just getting lazy over here. But we're gonna move right along because it is a new month coming up. February, the month of love, Cupid, all that shit.
Yeah.
But also, it's usually a pretty good month for horror movies. They usually do try to bust them out in February. So, this month is no exceptions. We got 3 of them hitting us up. There's actually 2 coming out next week. So, before we go into, let me go ahead and just give you a quick list of what's coming out this month, and then I'll go ahead and hit the 2 that's coming out this upcoming Friday. First, we got Warm Bodies.
Oh, yeah, I want to see that.
Then we got The Haunting in Connecticut 2, Ghosts of Georgia. And then we got Dark Skies.
Why is it called The Haunting of Connecticut, but it's Ghost of Georgia? Is it like Georgia the person or Georgia the state? Or...
We'll get to that here right now, actually. Because this Friday, we got 2 of them opening up. First up, we got Warm Bodies, where basically it's a zombie who falls in love with this girl. But in doing so, it starts regenerating him, reviving him from this zombie stupor he's in. So, yes, saw the trailer. I'll tell you right now, I want to see it. Now, it is a Summit pictures, you know, whatever. They are the ones who did Twilight. It does have a Twilight look. Doesn't have the feel. I'll tell you right now, it does not have a Twilight feel. It has a look though. It is like that kind of
like gray. Like
everything's
gray.
Yeah, it definitely has that kind of pouty gray skin.
Yeah.
But the tone of the film, oh dude, it's funny as shit. And it's like from a zombie's perspective, and I like that. We haven't had that yet. We have, you know, don't bust my balls hardcore because I haven't seen it. But it is like, you know, from the zombies, you know, point of view, and I really like that. It has, I don't know how to do last name, that Rob Corddry? It's his bald friend. You've seen him in like Hot Tub Time Machine and
which one?
The bald one.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I like him, and he's like his fellow zombie, you know.
Is it? No.
But yeah, he's gonna be in it. I don't know. I just think it's gonna be a pretty good one. I mean, what do you think?
I think it looks really good. Like it looks funny.
Yeah, no, it really does. I mean, it actually looks like it's, you know, gonna be generally.
It sounds good.
Sounds good.
Have you seen the trailer?
Wow. Oh, you're just going back what I've been saying. Check out the trailer. It actually probably some commercial. It should be coming out next week.
I saw it.
Yeah, so you'll definitely be checking it out. What about you, Maya? Warm Bodies?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good? Thumbs up?
Yeah.
Alright, we may have to go check that out. So, yeah, that's Warm Bodies. And then the next one coming out this Friday is The Haunting in Connecticut 2, Ghost of Georgia. To answer your question, I saw the trailer. For one, let me just go ahead and say right now, I did not like A Haunting in Connecticut. I thought it was boring as shit. It was not scary. And then just I'm sick of the whole fucking...
The haunting of...
Well, no, not so much that. It's the ghosts who are going to scare the shit out of you for like an hour and 40 minutes. And then it turns out like, whoa, they're not really the ghosts. They're just trying to help you. Like I'm watching this movie, the whole movie, dude, they're fucking jumping out, and they're freaking, and the kid's like, oh my god, they're having nightmares and shit, and it's fucking horrible. And then they exorcise the ghost, right? And then the priest is like, oh, wait a second, those ghosts were good. They were holding back the other. I'm like, really? Then why the fuck didn't the ghost go, oh, by the way, before you guys move in, let me just tell you right now, there's some evil ghosts in the basement. We're not going to scare you. We're hanged ourselves. We ain't going to fuck with you guys. But why didn't you say that? The Sixth Sense did the same goddamn thing. Literally, the little boy walks in the room, the little girl jumps out, he freaks out, and then turns out the little girl's poisoned. And she was just wanting to tell her story. Then why didn't you just go, hey, little boy, hey, come here, over here. Yeah, my mom poisoned me and killed me. It's all that tape over there, actually. No, you didn't. No, she just jumps out. Are you kidding me? It pisses me off every time. What lies beneath? Same goddamn thing. The young woman was killed. It's ruined the ending for you.
Like he's angry?
It is. It tears me up. I wasted an hour and 40 minutes in this fucking movie, and then that's the ending. I'm like, really? I'm told, actually, though, like the documentary about A Haunting in Connecticut, like like, it's on Discovery Channel, like the ghost show, no.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, like they have like a haunted house story.
It's
The Haunting.
Is what it is, The Haunting? They had, I guess they actually featured this house in that thing. It's that story. And I hear that is actually, scarier and just better all around. So if you're going to look for that, look for the documentary. Don't actually watch the shooting movie. But here we are. It's just another family moving to another haunted house, and there's more fucking ghosts. I don't know if it's in Georgia, which, once again, you're right. Like, what? Georgia? Like, did the Connecticut ghost move? That's what I want to see. Like, there was like, kids get in the truck, we're going down to Georgia, and then they drive down to Georgia. I don't know. And dude, the quality of this movie, like the production values, look like it looks like it should be a straight to video. Like, it just looks cheap, for one. In fact, I'm surprised it's not like a straight to video sequel. I mean, I don't know. I'm not looking forward to it. I mean, you guys seen anything about it, or you know? No. You guys seen the first one?
I didn't actually watch the first one, but I saw the trailers for it, and I was like,
Once again, we're corn children. We don't watch movies. We more haunt people.
You more haunt people, alright.
Okay, it makes me mad how they went through this whole, like, just movie production companies went through a whole phase where it was like, The Haunting of, or A Haunting of, or like, The Haunting
of Molly Hartley, and
okay, I kind of like that one.
I like that one. It was like I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a teeny bopper version of like Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah.
But it was still pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Like,
wasn't scary by any means, but it was good. It was a good.
It was kind of freaky. Like,
I wasn't pissed at the end of it like I was at The Haunting in Connecticut. And the whole thing they kept showing the trailer was like a kid throwing up, the weird spirit thing, and I'm like,
oh yeah.
And they're just like, this is the crap. I'm like, it's not that crazy. It's bad CGI coming out of his mouth.
That sounds very creepy.
It's not. Trust me. It is horrible. It's freaking horrible. Trust me on this one. Just trust me. That's all I'm gonna say. Trust me. Yeah, I'm angry right now. I'm tore up. I'm sorry. You get the show back on the road. You get to get back on the tracks here.
No, I Yeah, Sean.
I don't know. I'm just not big on it. You're right. It was a whole slew of haunted house movies that came out. Boom, boom. And that's what killed it for me. Like, and that's why like when Insidious came out, I had no desire to watch it because I'm like, I just went through like a bunch of shitty ghost movies over here, and then what am I doing here? Insidious.
You're welcome.
Good.
You're welcome.
You know who? Actually, I watched it for the viewers. There was these two girls on there. Yeah, they're like, you should watch this one. I'm like, I will. You told me to watch it. Lynch told me to watch it. I was like, and then boom. But yeah, so that's that. So that's February releases. So boom. And then of course when we get closer to Dark Skies, I'll give my thoughts on that. So we got some comments. We got some comments this week. Oh, did we get some comments in this week?
I didn't even actually look.
Well, up first we got Owen Neal. And lately I've been doing my DVD collection, going through it genre by genre, giving a thing. And I got to the documentary section, and Owen Neal's like no wrestling documentaries. And in all honesty, like, dude, I've seen a bunch of them. Like, I like the Self-Destruction of the Ultimate Warrior, my favorite one. The NWO, I don't know what they're called, but the NWO one I really like. I want to see Jake the Snake. I haven't seen that one yet. Like the Rise and Fall of ECW, the WCW Monday Night Wars with WWF. I grew up with wrestling, and then the ability to like see behind the scenes on that stuff, like the true stories of what really happened.
True stories.
But they're really interesting. Like the stuff that you hear is like it's insane. You're like, oh my god.
Yeah, he had a little like a razor blade there.
Yeah. Well, but this is more like behind the scenes. Like the Ultimate Warrior was just like a big dick. And like literally, like you have to watch it. Really, I mean, they pretend like it's not, but it's a big slam on the Warrior. Like they're ripping him a new one, and now it's great. But no, I don't own any of them. In fact, but the thing is though, it's weird because I mentioned earlier, like my 100 Years of Horror is actually in my horror section, and it's a documentary TV show about horror movies. If I had wrestling docs, I'd actually have them over in my sports section where I keep my other wrestling DVDs.
Movies?
Well, that's the thing is, it's a cheat because a lot of it, like, I don't know, it's...
You just wanted to feel better because you have more...
I do, like, I got more genres.
You have, like, one DVD in in Movie Noir.
Film Noir. That's two. There's two.
Oh, two.
My romance is the one that just has one in there.
What one is that?
The Other Sister. I will tear up almost every time I watch that movie. I'm not gonna lie. He's not ashamed to admit that this movie really gets him right here where
Is it a sad movie?
It's kind of sad. I'm not gonna lie. We won't spend
a little gold I
love the movie.
I have never cried once during a movie.
I didn't say I cried. I said I will get a little emotional.
I've never gotten emotional.
I will get a little lump in the fan's throat as I'm watching this movie. I'm just like...
Okay, so when you watch this, have to get a box of tissues every time?
Shut your face. Anyway, so yeah, that's don't have any wrestling documentaries. Would love to get some. My problem was when I had Netflix, I was constantly watching them. So I quit buying DVDs when I had Netflix, so I was just constantly watching them there. But then I got rid of my Netflix, so yeah, I've been back on my buying spree. So if I come across something, it is at a good price, I'll definitely buy it.
Good price as in like $2 for 10 DVDs.
I'm not that stingy. Come on.
Yes, you are.
But okay, up next, 13 Wolfman hit me up. What?
Everything. If it's more than $5, she's not getting it.
Oh, that's not true. I bought my Godfather box set. My Alfred Hitchcock box set.
That was at the time. It probably took you about a month to save up, and then when you were handing in the money, you were like
crying, like tears, like I'm crying like I did at the other sister. I'm just like, this is so sad. Oh, it's so worth it though. So yeah.
And then you went home and ate a box of like cheap Oreos. Like a $1 box of Oreos?
Yes.
Like, not even real Oreos.
That's a Saturday night for me right there, eating cheap Oreos and watching wrestling documentaries.
Like,
they break off before I get to the middle. I'm like, oh god.
No, like, you're dipping them in, like puddle water.
I'm dipping them in my tears while I'm dipping them because I spent $1 on them. Anyways, up next, 13 Wolfman hit us up, and he was like, you know, he enjoys watching my DVD collections, and I'm showing him each time. And he's like, I want to see The Lair. When do I get to see it? And he said, My Lair, Maya's Lair, and Misery's Lair. Now, for My Lair, I'm not going to lie, the Phantom does not show The Lair. This is about as much as you're... Now, I will be redoing the set, The Lair, if you will, and within the next couple of months or so. So we'll be getting a new look here on the thing. But that's about it. I don't show it.
Yeah.
Maya used to
it would
live
ruin
in
everything.
yeah, and Maya used to live in heaven, and then she started dating a Phantom, and they don't have that shit up there. They literally booted her out.
They don't have that
So
up
she doesn't
there.
really have much of a lair. She's kind of staying in this empty crypt that we have over here. So now I can't speak for Misery.
Huh?
Maybe if she gets their damn show up and running, who knows? Maybe she'll give you guys an inside peek of the mausoleum. I don't know yet. Misery, what about you? Are you going to show the mausoleum at any point?
Eventually.
Eventually?
You're not gonna see us graveyards because I'm afraid you're gonna come here and kill us.
Inside the cornfield?
I didn't hear anything.
We seen the house though. We had the party at the house, remember? You guys invited us over to the house.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. You know exactly where it's at.
That's true, it is just the house.
We were there once.
Yeah.
Outside. Remember?
That's right, yeah. Look, the
induction?
Zuma Jr. getting inducted. I don't go over that much, I'll be honest with you. I just don't, it's creepy
That's the
Bible.
first time ever.
Yeah.
My kiss.
I just I did, my God, no. Okay, then up next we had a guy, good friend of mine, Ghostfacekid 101. He had a couple questions.
I didn't watch it.
I did. I enjoyed it. Thank you. He said he's gonna start doing more video responses though. He does want to do. He said he just honestly has not seen any silent movies, so he didn't watch that. That's cool, dude. Once again, we appreciate the response. But he did have a question. He had a question for each of us. Question for you was, are you ever gonna be able to take a joke?
Are you ever gonna be able to take a joke, dude? Show yourself out.
Stirring it up, yes. She said you smelled bad, dude. I'm just saying that right now. She said you smelled bad. I'm gonna stir this up big time. Oh, get this going, get this party started.
Question
For me or him?
You.
Wow.
How can you smell things through the internet?
Dude, she's ruthless. You should have said what you should have heard what she's saying off camera. So your response to, are you gonna be able to take a joke? You just repeat it to
My
her?
response is, are you ever gonna be able to take a joke? Ghostface, whatever.
Ghostfacekid 101.
Ghostfacekid
Well, come on now. And then he asked me, how can I do the show? He's like, how can you possibly do a show without wanting to beat the piss out of her? I thought that was hilarious. I'll be honest with you, man.
You should see what happens off screen.
Oh, man, yeah, them, the corn children, I don't know. It's rough. It is rough.
You just don't.
Self-medication and a bottle of Jack, that usually gets me through.
A bottle of Jack is self-medication.
But the self-medication helps because it kind of kickstarts it a little bit. I'm just like,
oh.
And then I get going. I'm like, all right, let's do this thing.
And then you go drive to the bar.
Yeah, I drive through. You're like a playground.
The school.
Circle around, So,
middle of the day,
yeah. But guys, once again, thank you for comments. Like I said, definitely we do appreciate it. We have fun on the show. We really do. We like answering questions. You got questions for anybody? Former guest, current guest.
Okay.
Corn
children. They love to get questions too.
13th Wolfman. Can't think of your name for a second. It's kind of spaced it. Sorry. Go. Just pick any question just write down 10 questions. Just a random list of any freaking question. Any freaking question.
She wants questions. She does. She literally.
I do want these questions.
She wants some Q&A. We want to do some Q&A
out
here.
Yeah, some questions.
Okay.
Recommendations.
My very first. Okay. I got an idea.
All right,
okay. For the first episode of my show, it will be a Q&A. You guys, help. Do you want to see my show?
There it is. Boom. I'll be honest with you, I don't see it happening anyways. It will happen?
It will.
All right. If Misery says it will happen.
This is my pinky promise to you guys.
Dude, she does not break pinky promises.
That is one
thing. She doesn't. That's one thing
I don't do.
That's in the book of Misery Black. Does not.
That's one thing I don't do.
Pinky promises.
And I will write this book out.
I've seen it. I've seen the rough draft anyway. I've seen the outline.
So that's something I break. See, this is my hand. This is your hand.
There it is.
Pinky promise. If you ask me questions,
do.
If all of you guys ask me questions.
Come over. I will pretend I'm the audience.
Here we go.
Okay?
Okay.
So here we go. The pinky promise is made.
Yes.
I'll knock the camera over on the way out. It'd be hilarious.
Okay.
So just to reiterate, before we move on, you're saying that if you get enough, questions from viewers,
just at least 5 to 10 questions.
5 to 10.
Even more. More is great.
You will quit.
I get at least
You'll
5.
quit dicking around and get your show started.
Yes.
All right. There you guys go. You guys want the Misery Black show? Misery's Mausoleum, or whatever the hell you're gonna call it. You want the show? That's how you get it. You gotta just send in a shitload of questions. So boom. Now the ball's in your guys' court. So Boom.
Exactly.
And how do you do that? Multiple ways, you
Okay,
guys.
this way. Okay.
Oh.
The only way you can send in questions is a video response and comment because I don't want to mess with his other crap.
No, go ahead. I got nothing else better going on. Phantom really doesn't. We're good with that.
Phantom doesn't have a life.
He doesn't. He doesn't. I said, I'm in a graveyard, guys. I'm in a graveyard watching
He's
horror
showing
movies.
you his movies.
Exactly. That's what I'm just like, here's what I collect. Look at this. So you guys want to hit me up? moviefam7@gmail.com.
No.
You guys give me a personal message.
Okay, with this.
You guys can, well, this is just
No.
for any comment, though.
For any comment, how is
Yes.
everyone else going to see this? He doesn't tell me things.
I will
I don't
one.
listen to him.
She doesn't.
I don't.
Of
If you
course,
want anyone else to
comment
know
down below.
anything,
Personal
we're gonna-
messages.
personal
Family
messages.
friends over on Facebook. Hit me up there. And then, of course, video responses.
Video responses and comments.
So,
Please.
there you go.
Please.
Video response.
Video responses are best. Those are my favorite because you get to see a person.
You just gotta say you
That's
didn't even watch Ghostfacekid.
Exactly.
Wow! So you're on Select who you watch? Wow! That kid literally saw, like, I'm gonna do a video response because Misery Black likes him, and you didn't even watch it. Oh
No,
my
actually,
God.
Don't give her no more.
Okay, I didn't
Yeah, no
watch
kidding,
any
yeah.
of them this week. I didn't read any of the comments. I didn't do anything actually.
This is
Did
why
I?
this is why our show has not got off the air yet, because it's
No.
her work
I
ethic.
watched. No, that was last weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I watched one of 13th Wolfman's, and I replied and said, "Keep harassing me about my show, or it'll never happen." Because I work best under pressure. But back to what I was saying, I didn't watch any of them this week. I didn't read any comments. So it's not just you. It's everyone that I equally.
You shafted everybody on the
Yes,
same guy.
I equally neglected you all.
Misery Black, everybody. All right, so
Don't take it personal.
let's get some reviews, shall we? Now, here we go. Up next, we're going to go back a long way to 1951.
Ooh, dang.
We're going to do The Day the Earth Stood Still, where the basic premise is aliens come to visit Earth, and they got an important message. And in doing so, they literally lock everything up. They shut everything down.
Dang.
All right, so
I've never
I'm not going to lie, this is the first time I watched it. Last night. I've always heard it was like a sci-fi classic. In fact, it's weird because, I mean, if you look at it, you know, the genres on IMDb, it's considered sci-fi horror. In that book, it's even considered sci-fi horror. I've always heard it, like, on Wikipedia, you got, you know, sci-fi horror. But it's sci-fi. But I feel like, you know what? I was on that kick where I've been doing sci-fi movies lately. We did, like, Invasion of Body Snatchers. We did War of the Worlds. I Married a Monster from Outer Space. So I'm like, you know what? It kind of fits in the thing. It really does. So I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. Now, I have an uncle who watched all these old, you know, sci-fi movies.
Oh, yeah.
He hates this movie. He was like, it's boring. So this is all I've heard. I'm like, okay, I just heard it's garbage, you know. Now, I heard the remake was horrible. Directed by Scott Derrickson, though, who did Exorcism, Emily Rose, and Sinister.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't like Keanu Reeves, so I was never in any hurry to watch it. I don't like Jennifer Garner either. Anyway, so I thought I'd get around to this one. I'm like, I want to watch it. And me and Maya actually sat down last night and watched it. And you know what? I was actually pleasantly surprised. I guess when you kind of know the message. Because their whole, I'm just going to go ahead and ruin it for you guys. So if you guys don't want to know what it's about, just fast forward. Yeah, it was 1951. Basically, the message is, you know, they're kind of viewing us. They kind of been moving closer to Earth, or you know, I think they're from Mars. They've been viewing us, and they realize that we're now, this is 1951, you know, we're harnessing, you know, atomic energy, making missiles, weapons, and now we're into the space program. So now they're afraid, like, there will be a time where now we can maybe take our missiles to outer space. They don't really care if we're blowing each other up, but they don't want us to bring that shit out of Earth. So they literally come down here to warn us, like, you guys knock the shit off now, or else, you know, we're going. And that's the whole message. But it is a build-up to that thing. Now, they do... I like the fact that it's on such a wide scale. I like how they, you know, it's almost like Independence Day, or, you know, Signs even, where, like, it literally is, like, you know, this epic scale. I mean, you're seeing different countries, and they're like, you know, everybody's kind of witnessing at the same time. I like that. The effects weren't bad for 1951 either. I mean, I thought they were pretty decent. There's a beam that comes out and, like, hits shit, and it melts it. It looked pretty good. I mean...
Rocky Horror Picture Show when they've got the laser beam.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God, that's pathetic.
I love Rock Horror Picture Show. So, but yeah, no, I mean, if I had any complaints, I do feel like it was too long. But then again, we kind of watched it pretty late last night.
How long was it?
I don't even remember. I didn't look at the time right now. I just know, like, midway through, like, at one point, Because the alien decides he's going to mingle with the airplanes just to make sure, like, maybe it's worth saving. Maybe, you know.
Wait, like, did he look like?
They look humanoid, big time. So he comes out, and he's walking around, but dude, as soon as he lands, it comes out, he reaches to give a gift, they shoot him down. I'm like, oh my god, like, the airplanes, there's like no redeeming quality there. Even I'm just like, fucking blow us up, dude. We're just dicks in this movie. But, you know, he mingles.
What country was he in? America?
America, yeah.
Okay,
they landed in Washington, D.C.
That explains
yeah, she went to Canada, buddy. It's a little bit more peaceful up there.
Their graffiti says, "Your mother is a nice lady."
She makes great muffins. Thank you, Mrs. B. Anyways.
I love this roast.
At one point, when
good roast.
there's a kid who kind of discovers that he's an alien, and he tells this one person. It seems like from that point on, it just kind of drags for me. Like, I'm just kind of like,
roast.
I don't know. I'm just kind of like, it went way too
roast.
long at that point, but it does bring it back. So, no, like I said, overall, I enjoyed it. I really wasn't expecting much out of this. In fact, a lot of these old sci-fi movies, I wasn't expecting much out of any of them. The ones I actually liked, I did like War of the Worlds. I remember Monster from Outer Space. It wasn't bad. And then, of course, I didn't see the original yet, but I seen the '76 remake of Invasion. I loved it. But yeah, I recommend it. But I'll tell you right now, there's not a whole lot of action. If you're expecting like some kind of lasers blowing, no, not a lot of that. You just got a giant robot that melts shit, and there's a whole green.
Like on SpongeBob.
Do what?
Have you seen the episode of SpongeBob where he has a bad dream because you watched the?
Oh yeah, yes. So yes, now what did you think about it? You watched it with me last night.
Okay.
It's all right.
Yeah.
You want to elaborate or give an actual
Come
review?
on.
What did you like about it? What was okay, and then
What was your
like
favorite part of this movie?
Where that robot lasered the people.
The thing. He does take out two people though. I thought I was like, holy shit! Like he's gonna take him out. So what did you not like about it?
It's kind of boring.
Kind of boring. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's a long one. I enjoyed it, but I think it was just a little too long for my taste.
Was it slow paced or was it like? Was it just like a slow
honestly, it was paced perfectly. It just seems like about the midway point, he visits like the scientist and he's telling him. It seems like around that point, it just you're just like, okay, we know the message now. Like, he even tells the message like to his scientist. I'm just like, can we not just speed it up now? Yeah. It just seemed like it just kind of dragged out. He's just like, okay, 2 days. I want you to go. We're going to give them that. Yeah. I don't know. But up to that point, it was really well acted. It was really good. The little kid was good. The story was good. I mean, it just seemed like it was just a little too long.
You would say little kid is good.
Oh. But no, it was good stuff all around. I do think. See, the remake, I've always seen the trailer. It just looked like it was taking itself way too seriously. And I hear it was just special effects over there. Here's what I would do if I don't remake this movie. It'd be a short fucking movie for one. Literally, the aliens would land and they start bombing people, right? And then they would do the freeze thing where they stop everything. The day the Earth stood still.
Oh.
And so they freeze everything. And then the guy comes out and gets on the microphone and goes, listen here, we're from Mars. Quit dicking around. You guys keep blowing shit up. We're going to blow you up, all right? Have a nice day. Drops the mic. Gets back on the spaceship. And then, yeah, literally...
Turns around and does this thing.
I think it's like a DX crotch chop. He's just like, duh, and then the spaceship goes up.
Or
roll credits. Movie's over.
Everyone's still frozen, so he just kind of goes up and it.
Well, people ain't frozen. It's like the machinery's frozen. Oh, with them be frozen, or it's like.
Yes.
Oh, I want the reaction where everyone's just like, did that just happen? What the fuck is? And then he's just like flying away. In the movie.
Or everyone's just like, what happened?
That's the movie.
They don't remember.
I'm gonna make that movie. It's not gonna be free. We'll just make it. Like a 10-minute movie. Boom. There it is. That's your remake right there.
Not even 10 minutes.
Yeah, it really wouldn't take that long. So we'll do it with claymation. We'll do like old school, like the fishing rod with like the paper plate. And we're just like.
Like another SpongeBob reference. The ghost.
Oh yes, I remember that.
I like SpongeBob.
SpongeBob's awesome.
SpongeBob.
You could be the darkest, most scary person in the world, and you have to have a spot in your heart for SpongeBob.
You have to. So
it just happens.
Day Earth Stood Still. Haven't seen it?
No.
Day Earth Stood Still?
No.
All right. So moving right along, then we got The Loved Ones, Australian horror film. Now once again, it was made 2009, but just recently made itself over here in the States. Basic plot is this boy turns down this girl for prom.
Fun times.
And she takes it a little personally.
Oh,
and
you told me about this one.
Yes.
Oh,
and basically,
I haven't seen it.
They kidnap him and then they force him to have prom in their kitchen.
That's creepy.
The one of the lines, I don't think it was a tagline. I think it was like a reviewer's line, but it was like it's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre meets 16 Candles. I thought that was like the best fucking line ever. Like it literally is. Cause it's at one half, I mean, there is like this kind of a sweet touchingness to it, you know. I wouldn't say coming of age, but it's like this high school prom thing. But at the same time, you got this twisted fucking family dynamic part where like the dad. Now I don't want to say too much, but I do not want to give this away at all. This is a recent one. I do recommend you guys check it out.
He doesn't want to do a spoiler alert.
Yeah, no spoilers on this one.
1 to
I'll definitely
10?
do what?
Scale 1 to 10.
I'll say a 7. That sounds like I'm being kind of dickish, but no, that's good.
No.
Yeah.
That is not bad at all.
I
That is great,
actually, the more I say it twice, so actually, when I saw the trailer back in, about a year ago, actually, I was like,
Back in Nam.
I was like, I definitely want to see this. This looks brilliant. Rented it when it came out back in the summer. Thought it was awesome.
Back in the summer of Nam.
Of Nam, of 68, whatever. And
I'm just
then
gonna drag this out. So I'm just like back in the summer of Nam.
But then it came up on the list. I was like, I'm gonna review this right now. And yeah, we rented it last night, and I was like, it's damn good. I mean, it's almost like there's two stories going on at once, and they seem unrelated at first. And I ain't gonna say nothing, but they do come together in a certain way. I'm not saying they clash or like that, but there's a tie between the two. It's this one boy who, in the very beginning, you know, he's like talking to his buddy, and then this goth girl's behind him. She's not really goth, I guess, but she's, you know,
Hello.
blocked out. Yeah, it is Misery actually. But he's like, ask her to prom. Of course he does. He's like, yes, she said yes. And then like the night's torn between our main character who's kidnapped and locked in this kitchen, and then this other guy who's with this girl, and he's just so awkward. But it's just, I don't know, it's funny. And dude, I don't know. And then like I said, she's kind of a mess, but dude, I don't know. It was pretty good on that end. And then of course over here on this spectrum though, you got the boy, and basically, I mean, this stuff from the trailer ain't giving anything else away. But there's a scene where basically what happens is he wakes up and he's tied to a chair, and then there's
we've all been in that predicament.
We've all been there. And there's her and her dad, and then the mom's there too, but she's a little messed up. You'll see more about that later. But basically, like she's wanting that prom. She's trying to find her Mr. Perfect. And of course, she just tortured this dude. And dude, I mean, just the stuff they did. There's one scene I won't say that. No. It's in the trailer, but I don't want to say. You'll catch it. Dude, it's twisted. It is one of those things where when the third act does come along, you're trying to where are we going from here kind of thing. But when it gets back going, you're like, okay, it's good again. Yeah, I don't know what to say about without giving anything away. I definitely highly recommend this movie. The Loved Ones, I just thought it was just really good. Maya, what do you think?
Recommend it.
You recommend it?
Yeah.
Come on, you can't just be a parrot. You gotta have an opinion
She
here.
is a parrot.
Give a review.
What was your favorite part of this movie?
Without giving anything away.
Yes, without giving anything away.
Join the hole and
Okay. Nope. That's not a big deal. Yeah, because in the front cover actually shows her holding this drill right there. Yeah, that whole thing was pretty sweet. I definitely like that too. So.
What did you not like about this movie without giving anything away?
If there was anything. She seemed like she really liked it more than I did, actually. I mean, she was really more on it than I was. Was there anything about it you just didn't care for, or? No?
What?
I thought all the actors did really good, especially the main girl, Robin something, and then the guy, his name's like Xavier or Samuel or.
What? Picking your nose?
I had a piece of sweat.
Gold.
Oh, I got you last. Oh, I see what she's doing.
Picking for gold.
I'm digging for nose gold over here.
Nose gold.
I'm knuckles deep. Anyways, up to my wrist. I had a watch on earlier. It's gone now. Shit, that's bad. So, but yeah, Loved Ones, highly recommend it. Day There Stood Still, check it out if you want to. I said Day There Stood Still. If you're into something like that, think it sounds pretty good. Check it out. Loved Ones, definitely check out though. Highly recommend it. So.
Thrift shop is
all right,
stuck in my
you
head.
guys got anything to add to this?
No.
Natalie?
What?
No.
What?
Misery?
Yes.
What do you want to add?
Give me a second.
Oh my God, what are we doing? Yes. Okay, while she's getting herself ready, Maya, anything to add?
Nope.
Nope.
Hold on.
Misery, really? Are you gonna play a stupid song?
Yes.
We're done.
No, we're not.
Alright, so
No, we're not.
for Natalie
Stop.
Myers,
Stop.
Misery Black,
No.
and Maya the Fallen Angel,
Stop.
I am the Movie Phantom,
No.
and we are out of here.
Stop that. Get out of here. No.